Papa, you speak about freedom. What is freedom?
Freedom? A trap. Trap. Because bondage. You are in the trap. A man who is imprisoned in the jail, he needs to be free, isn't it? He is trapped in the jail. He has heard, he knows some people are free outside, no? So this you have heard from outside, from the parents, no?
From the
priests, from the teachers, preachers. Come to us, we will give you freedom. Come to me, I will give you rest, isn't it? That is the promise. And this is another trap. This is another trap, from one trap to another trap. Now you are trapped in the freedom trap. You should be out of both these traps, neither of bondage nor of freedom. Because this is a concept. Bondage was a concept. Now, concept of freedom. Get rid of both these concepts. Then, where are you?
here.
Here. Here is neither a trap of bondage nor of freedom. Here is here. Not there, not even here.
Is what you speak of enlightenment?
Enlightenment is the knowledge itself, not knowledge of persons, things, ideas.
Pure knowledge.
Only knowledge, not a word. Only knowledge, where does not exist anything, no imagination of the past, no imagination of the future, not even the present.
I can't imagine a state with no imagination.
That's what is called bondage. That's what is called bondage, and that's what's called suffering, and that's what's called samsara. And if I tell you, do not imagine, don't have any imaginations right now. Imagination is images, no? Imagination.
Image.
It has come from images, imagination. You are thinking of the images. And all images belong to the past. Don't recall the past. And don't aspire anything of the future. Imagination goes. Imagination is out of the mind. Mind is past. Free of all imaginations. If you are free from imaginations, you are free of time also. Any image will remind you of the time. Any image will remind of the time, because when the images go in the waking state, you see images, persons, things, ideas. And when you go to sleep, all this vanishes. And now you are sleeping. Where are these images? Where are the persons? And where are the things? In sleep state, mind you.
In sleep, the things are still there. In sleep, even the things are still there. They don't go away during sleep.
When you sleep?
They're still there.
Who?
Everything that was there when you went to sleep is still there when you go to sleep.
You are
just not aware
You
of
are describing the dream state. I tell you the sleep state. I will take you. When do you sleep? What time do you sleep?
about 11:30 at night.
11:30. So 11, 29 minutes, 29 seconds. What happens in the 30th second? 30th second. Before 11:30 you said, no? 30th second belongs to sleep or belongs to waking state?
It's this zone in between, this neither here nor there.
Okay, now
drifting.
the 30th second is gone now, finished. Now already you said here and there and here and there. Now you are deciding there, you reject everything. All images, all persons, all relationships, all ideas are gone now. And you jump in somewhere. After that 30th second, no time also, no space also, no country also. Now you speak of sleep.
So do you compare this state?
No, wait. First you speak of sleep. And how long do you sleep?
Maybe 7 hours.
But you have spent not even 3 seconds. I tell you, after the sleep, you slept now. Describe something of the sleep. What you are going to speak is the next waking state, the previous state from where you jumped into this state, no difference. So, give me what happens when you are sleeping.
Dreaming.
Huh?
Dreaming. Just dreaming.
What?
Dreaming. Dreaming.
Free?
Dreaming. Dreaming. Just dreaming.
Dreaming?
Dreaming.
Not dream state. Sleep. Dreaming is the same state. You see what you see here. In the dreaming also you see some robber has robbed you. Or some tiger is pounced on you and you have fear, same fear. So when you see tiger there in the dream and tiger of the waking state, same, fear is the same, tiger is the same. I tell you, when you sleep, what do you see when you sleep?
Nothing.
Huh?
Nothing.
Ah, that's the right answer. That's right answer. Now, why did you like this nothingness when you see images, men and all that? When you liked so many things in the world, why did you reject them and you offered yourself to go in the lap of nothingness? Why?
I was tired. My body is tired. My
So,
mind is
to
tired.
regain your energy, you went to the reservoir of energy of nothingness. And if you don't touch that reservoir, what will happen to you? Where do you go?
Crazy.
Crazy. Yeah, crazy, yes. And if always you are in that state of nothingness, of sleep state while awake, I will tell you how to keep sleep while awake and tell you how to awake while asleep. That will be fine, isn't it? Okay, now you come from the sleep, the last second of the sleep state, waking has not yet come in. Waking has not come, and the sleep state is living the very first moment, the very first second of the next waking state now. What's your experience?
My senses call me back to the body.
What do you say?
My senses call me back to the world.
Okay. What happened to this experience of happiness when you were sleeping? What have you brought from this 6 hours nothingness? Where did you do? What did you do about this?
It's gone. It's gone.
It's gone?
I'm relaxed,
Okay.
refreshed, but
Acha.
there's nothing remaining.
Acha.
from
So you prefer tension to relaxation.
There's a question about that later.
But if you understand, perhaps you will not ask me the next question. So when you come out of a cinema hall, you are seeing a dance in the cinema hall, a dance. And from 10 to 5, they show dances, in the cinema halls, maybe in the theater, you have gone to, and then you come home and your friends ask, how was it? What will you speak to them?
It was a beautiful show.
Ah, beautiful. So this thing you can bring there, and you brought nothing from your sleep. And who woke up first? Who woke up from this state of happiness? You were happy, in the sleep state. If it was not happy state, no one will leave back their beloved ones who are next door to them. They say good night now to their dear ones, near ones. They say good night, let me sleep. By something superior, something higher, something more beautiful to them to be alone. Therefore, when you wake up, who awoke up first? And you did not bring that impression of the happiness that you enjoyed for 6 or 7 hours in the night. And about the dances, you brought this impression. So you have to create a new habit, you see. And that you can create only in the satsang. As you went to theater, because you have been going to the theater, and your parents took you to theater when you were a small boy. So this habit is to you to describe that what the senses are engaged and you enjoyed. But free of the senses, that pleasure your parents have not told you, therefore you do not know, only it is known in the satsang only. Therefore you are here.
Yes.
So when you wake up, who wakes up first?
It's the I that wakes up first.
Okay.
The I wakes up
I
first.
wakes up. Okay. The I has waken up. When the I wakes up, the past wakes up. When the I wakes up, past, present, future wakes up. Means time wakes up. With the time, space wakes up. Now time and space, sun wakes up, moon wakes up, stars wakes up, mountains wake up, rivers wake up, forests wake up, men wake up, birds, animals, everything wakes up when the I wake up. And this I was sleeping. During the sleep state, everything was quiet. Now you find out, don't touch the I again, and you will again sleep while awake. For 1 single second, half of the single setting, quarter of the single second will do. Don't touch the I. I think you can very well afford to do it. Not touch the I. And tell me, are you not sleeping? Again back to the same state.
That's right. In that instant, everything is like a dream.
Now, this I, when you know this thing, now let this I, same I, now wakes up. Let everything wake up now. In this I, let everything wakes up, and it is going to be one of you, the same part. All these men of the past, present and future are included because there is no time, there is no past. And this is called awaking while sleeping and sleeping while awake. And you are always in happiness, always awake. And this awakening is called knowledge, freedom, whatever, truth. Not the names, don't touch the names. So get rid of all the words that you have so far heard from any quarter. and you will see really who you are.
You just mentioned meditation. I'd like to follow up on that. What is meditation to you? What do you see as meditation? There's so many kinds of meditation that are practiced, and so many of them rely on looking at phenomena, watching breath, seeing thoughts arise and fall. What is meditation?
What you are speaking is not meditation, that is concentration. Not meditation. You are speaking of concentration, not meditation. Meditation means not to concentrate on any object. It's called meditation. Not to bring in any object of the past in the mind. And do not use your mind. That's called meditation. Don't use your mind. That's called meditation. And where the mind is used, that's called concentration, because mind will only cling to some object that belongs to past. And have you been told to meditating without the aid of the mind?
That's a hard question to answer. Most meditation that I've done involves techniques for dealing with thoughts that arise, but the point of the meditation seems to be a thoughtless state, a state where no thoughts arise.
Yes, that's called meditation. Where the no thoughts arise, that's called meditation.
But thoughts arise, inevitably thoughts arise. How do you deal with thoughts that arise?
I will tell you how to deal, and then I will know how the thought arises, okay? You will tell me. I think you can devote me a time equal to finger snap, will you? One instant moment, I say. This much time I will need you to stop your thought, okay? Okay. What is a thought? What is mind? There is no difference between thought and mind, isn't it?
Thought arises from mind.
Yes, thought arises from mind, and mind is bundle of thoughts. Without thoughts, there is no mind. Without thought, there is no mind. Now I tell you, and what is mind? I. I is mind. Mind is past, clinging to past, present, future, clinging to time, clinging to objects. It's called mind. And where does the mind arise from? I, single. When the I rises, mind rises. Mind rises, senses rises. Senses arises, world rises. Now find out, where does the I rise from? Where does the I rises from? And tell me if you are not quiet. Tell me, go on commenting what's happening.
I'm listening to you speak.
Okay, after that, you have listened now. Now I tell you, where does this mind, or now we have arrived at mind is I. And mind arises from I. If there is no I, as previously we began with sleep to waking, I arose, the mind arose. Now you find out the reservoir of I, where does the I rises from?
It's the name.
Wait, you have not followed. I will repeat again. There is a channel, this is canal. It comes from reservoir. And you follow the beginning of this channel and reach the reservoir. Reservoir from where it takes its beginning. Like that, I tell you, follow the I thought. I, where does it rise from? This word only I. And I tell you how to do it, how to find the answer, I tell you. I will tell you how to get the answer. Because you have not to box like Muhammad Ali, like this thing. Yes. It's very simple. To know thyself is very simple as you rub a rose petal. Yes. This is knowledge, a realization is so simple as a rose petal in your fingers, you see. Not difficult at all. Difficulty arises when you make any effort. So you don't make any effort to go to the reservoir of I. Don't make any effort and don't think either. So reject effort and reject thought. Reject thought means I thought. Any kind of effort. Then
it's like
No, not doing. What doing? No
it
effort.
feels like a comet that's skirting the atmosphere and flashing briefly and then disappearing back into space.
Right, okay.
That's how it
Sure.
is for me. It's
Okay.
like these momentary sparks or flames, and then there's the darkness of I again. That
Not again. First you have, again means descending, again means going to past, isn't it? I've done that work and again I will do it. Means repetition, calling the past only. No again here. Again is past, no? To regain, again is called again. Is regain. So I tell you, you get rid of this I, don't make effort, and don't think either for one single second, half of the second, quarter of the second is quite enough. And this much time you have not spent in 35 million years, my dear young Jeff. Here is the time.
I find it impossible not to try to do it.
Huh?
I find it impossible not to try to do it. There's
Try.
always a trying. There's something trying. There's a sense that there's an expectation and a
Yes.
sense of trying. Always. That does not seem.
Doing has been told to you by your parents, by the priests, by the teachers, by the preachers. Now at least you can keep quiet for a quarter of a second and see what happens. That doing you have inherited from your parents, do this and do that. You went to priest, do this thing and don't do that. And then from the society, and from everywhere else. Don't do this and do this. Now I tell you, get rid of doing and not doing. So I say, get rid of both, doing and not doing, and see at least the taste of it, how it tastes. Other tastes, doing tastes you have seen. There are 6 billion people tonight, and they are tasting doing, and tell me what is the result of doing. Recently we have seen the result of doing in the Gulf. We have seen all over, we have seen 3 wars also here. This is the result of doing, hatred between man and man, doing, killing. Now let us see if something could be done by not doing, and let this love spring up once again, as was in the time of Buddha, Ashoka, here recently. Yeah.